I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas.
This guy goes on to say that he's had 7 children by 7 women, but those were not the only women that he impregnated. The other ones just chose to have, eliminate the children, the babies very early, terminate the pregnancies. So it's eye opening. He lets us know that he knows exactly what he's doing. He calls himself irresponsible. He takes no responsibility. He said, I'm irresponsible. And so women, this is what you're not supposed to be playing defense. Defend yourself. When you take a defensive driving course, they tell you how to avoid accidents, how to avoid conflict on the road. Play defense. They say defense is the best offense. So one defense, which a lot of women are doing, is not to be intimate, not to have physical relationships with these men, period, with any man. That's a great defense. That way, there's no possibility for you to get pregnant. I found that a lot of men are very irritated and they don't like that approach. They discourage that message. They do not want the message of abstinence or celibacy to reign. And so they got louder and louder with attacking Black women at the same time that Black women were saying, I'm going to just be celibate and not do it. I heard a lot of Black men laughing at Black women saying, celibacy, I can't stand that. It doesn't change anything. You're celibate, and so what? I heard that. But you know what, guys who are laughing at celibacy? You need to understand the power of celibacy. It keeps you from venereal diseases. It keeps you from pregnancy. And it also keeps you from BS because you stay away from the guy who's going to drag you around. Okay. And you stay away from the temptation of sticking around with a toxic relationship just because there's something physical you're getting out of it that you get a lot of pleasure from. So celibacy to me is the way to go. I don't know why any women today is jumping from bed to bed with these men after these men have slapped women in the face saying that body count matters. After these men have declared to you that they'll be intimate with you even though they don't like you. They just do it for the experience. I don't know why any woman is having a one night stand with some guy named at the club as if they couldn't take care of that themselves or just be still. I'm just saying. Are you women trying to tell me that you can't be still? Well, if you can't be still, I don't need to tell you what to do. There's other ways than jumping into bed with this stranger and giving away your literal power to this human being. Really, your literal power. Really. Think about what men get out of having intercourse with a woman. It's really a boost for them. They feel powerful. They've gotten a heightened amount of pleasure. And they can go to work the next day with a smile on their face. And they don't even have to remember your name. Why would you give away that much power to some random guy? And what did you get out of it? Very often it's something you could have done yourself or done without. How about that? Something you could have done without. I'm saying, listen to this guy's video and you will hear that if you're dealing with these men who are irresponsible, he calls himself irresponsible. You are wasting your time. He says he's gotten so many women pregnant, and when they tell him he's pregnant, they just go and take care of it. He pays for the procedure, whatever they choose to do. He said, but these 7 were the ones that decided to keep the children. Can you imagine? He says, it's not my fault they chose to keep it. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. That's what he said. Why would you be intimate with a man with that kind of vibration, with that kind of energy, with that kind of mindset? What kind of baby are you going to have with a man? Think about getting pregnant by a man like that. What is the DNA going into that baby like? What kind of mindset will your baby have? What kind of person are you bringing into the world? When you have a child with a man who says, I'm irresponsible and oh well. And I don't wear condoms because it inhibits the pleasure. And so having a baby with that kind of man is really, really hurting society. You're not doing yourself a favor, and you're not doing any of us a favor by bringing more children like that into the world. But they still go. They supposedly want it. They're so hungry for intercourse that they just have to pick these random men, and they're just so desperate. Target sells things. Go into the aisle where they sell, I guess it's the pads and things from the feminine products, and they sell things for women. For those women that must have something, they have a shelf with those things on the shelf. There's no reason for anyone to be random going into somebody's bed. It's ridiculous. Or you could just sit still and say, you know what, I'm not doing anything. I don't need to. I'm fine. Just be still. I don't, you give yourself to a man who doesn't value anything at all. I don't care if she gets pregnant, and you want to be intimate with a man who doesn't care if you're pregnant or not. I don't think women believe that a man like this exists. And I think it's important that we know they do exist. And I think he's the one out of so many thousands that we need to say he represents thousands of men out there that don't care. And we need to protect ourselves. Be abstinent, celibate. At the very least, stay away from the bedroom with random men. Stop sleeping with men that you don't even like, care about, that you're not in a relationship with. Why do you women do it? I'm going to say you women. Don't tell me I'm judging. I'm not. I'm asking. If you would ask yourself that question, whoever, those of you that are doing it, maybe you'd realize you don't need to do it. That's the reason why I'm asking. I'm not trying to judge anybody. We all do what we want to do. But when you put yourself in a situation that you become pregnant from this kind of a man, think about how many men are just like him. They just don't say it. I'm glad he said it, though. Ladies, protect yourself. Keep your standards in place. If you don't like the guy, don't date him. Don't waste your time. Leave your life open for a guy who could possibly be good for you. Don't go anywhere with these guys wasting your energy and your time, unless you really like the person. Because you're wasting space in your own life where someone else that could possibly care about you could possibly find you because you're available instead of dilly-dallying with this person. Maybe you should have been at the coffee shop by yourself reading your magazine, but you were at the darn restaurant with this kind of guy wasting your time and so and so didn't even meet you because you were not even where you were supposed to be in your destiny. You don't think that there's a path that we should be walking? If you are wasting your time with a man like this, just imagine all the good guys you could have possibly missed. I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm going with that. I'm going with what I said. I feel more comfortable with the idea of leaving my life open to a meaningful relationship instead of clogging my life up with something that's not good for me. It's like eating something that's oily and full of bad fat rather than eating a nice salad with avocado that has good fat. Do you understand? Anyway, for the men that are going to come and attack me, just zip your lips. I'm not interested in you guys. And I'm just going to block you. Don't come here. I haven't bashed a man. Go listen to his video. This man calls himself irresponsible. And if the cap fit, wears it. Because some of you men who are going to try to comment to me probably need to wear the same cap. But he's at least brave enough to tell the truth. Most of you lie and pretend that you're good guys and you're not. Anyway, have a nice Saturday. Bye.